Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. Today we're going to do another page layout in the album that we're currently making, and we're going to be using some of the things that we put aside, some of the things that were left over from other elements in this album. And we're going to make another page setup. So we're going to start on the second fin today. This album here is called the Enchanted Plant Department. The paper collection is called the Plant Department, and the templates that we are using are the Basically Amazing Foundations and the Basically Amazing Enchanted Decorative Edge add-on. So I have a whole video playlist for this album. If you want to check it out, I'll put it up here in the cards and down below in the description box. And I think what I'm going to do, there's also timestamps. In the first pinned comment, there are timestamps, so if you need to jump around, that's totally fine. Or you needed to go back and look at something, that's also totally fine. So this was the last video that we did. It's also in that playlist, and you know, all these pages are not finished, so we're gonna have to go back and like do a lot of detail work, but I think that's okay. What do you guys think of that? Do you think it's okay? I think it's okay. But we're gonna start on the second fin, but I'm not gonna put it in right now because I think I might put something in before we put this page setup in. So yeah, so I'm gonna put the book aside, but I am going to, if you remember this insert we made a couple videos back, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, and I still don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I think I'm going to use it as an insert in this page setup. So I'm going to set that book aside, and I'm going to set this aside for a second. So let me show you the templates that I've already got printed, mostly prepped. I don't think I taped everything, but we'll see. So out of the foundations, I printed page 7A, which is the largest size album in this set of templates. It is the main base page of that largest album. I printed the flower design template, and I left one tab on, one long tab on, and I took 3 tabs off. So this is on 80-pound white cardstock. I haven't taped it yet, but I inked both sides. Because eventually it'll be a page, so there'll be something back here. I just don't know what yet. So there's that, and then I printed page 10D, and I printed it in the plain. I printed it on white cardstock, 80-pound white cardstock. There's an Amazon list that have all of that stuff linked in it. If you want to check it out, it's linked down below in the description box. I actually think I put that in the first pinned comment as well, so you can find it there as well. We're not going to be using this part in this video, so I'm going to set this piece aside. But we are going to be using this part. So we're going to use this as a belly band. So I took I separated this piece off entirely, and then I took the other long tab off, and I left the 2 short tabs and scored. I haven't put any tape on it yet. So that is the only thing I printed out of the foundations. And then I believe everything out of the Enchanted was left over. So we'll see. So, yes. So this page right here, this is page 26D. So these are the, whoop, I have gnats going on right now. It's getting on my nerves. Every time I'm working, it's like they're right there. I'm editing, they're right there. It's just like they're there, they're everywhere. So we've used this part already, but this is the part we're going to use in this page setup. So this was a leftover. Tell me why, you guys. Every time I talk out loud, I have the urge to yawn. What is going on? Does anybody have any knowledge in that? Like when I used to read to my children, I would yawn. When I read to my grandchildren, I yawn. Why is it that when I read out loud, I yawn? I'm sure there's something to that. Okay, so we're going to use this piece. So I inked it up both sides. Actually when I cut it out, I took these top and bottom tabs off, left the 2 long tabs, and scored. I even put leftover piece, just so I can remember. I cut them apart and scored both long tabs and inked both sides. So we have that. the mats for this are page 73D. I've already traced the mats for it, but the mats are on page 73D if you want to grab those while you're there. Oh, and the 10D, the mats for 10D are on page 57D in the foundation. So if you want to grab the mat for that, I've already traced everything out and cut it out, but you know, you're gonna need the mats. Okay, and then the next thing is I have 2 of these left over. These are 41 CD. We've used these parts already, but I have 2 of these left over. These are just inserts. I think I'm going to use these in this page setup, and these have the flower background design on them. I didn't mat them. I haven't planned everything out so far. So there's that. And then page 43D, we had this left over from another page setup. So the mats for this are on 90D. So far, the only thing I've got prepped is a little bit of that. And then this is also left over, and this one is page 44D. But I think I'm gonna have the flower background up, so we won't need the mat for that, I don't think. So that's what I got so far out of the templates. So what I think I'm gonna do is I am going to, first I'm gonna burnish this a little bit. We're gonna make this a belly band. Hang on, my glasses are dirty. I'm gonna use my dress. And we're gonna put these doors on top here, like this. So let's do this. Let's put tape on things. So I'm gonna put tape on these 3 pieces. I have 3/8 inch tape. This one is score tape. I also have a cherry on top 3/8 inch. I'm pretty sure scrapbook.com does not have 3/8 inch. That's the one size they don't have. I don't know why. I've asked them to. I asked them to a long time ago. Hey, do you think maybe you guys could do a 3/8 inch? And they said they would tell the powers that be, but the powers that be didn't, so it's okay. We have other places we can get it from. Okay, so I'm going to put, these do not have anything printed. This was just printed plain, so we're going to be matting both sides. So again, I've already inked these up, both sides, and I've scored them. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna notch these just a little bit. You don't really need to, but I don't have a Sophie update for you today. She seems to be okay. She seems to have a little bit more energy than she has in a while. But I've got to take her back to the vet again today because they need to spray some stuff on her. So there's that. Should I try to measure this out or should I just eyeball it? She's still not healed up, of course. But okay, so let's just go ahead and stick it down. I don't think I'm going to measure. I think I'm going to I'm just going to guess here. before I attach these down, I'm going to grab my scoreboard because I want to make sure these are perfectly aligned before I stick them down. I'm going to try to find some of my purple tape. This is purple tape by iCraft. I think that's what it's from. I'll link it in my Amazon. It's just got a very light, you know, it's not super sticky. Although sometimes if you press too hard, it most certainly can be super sticky. Right, I am gonna notch these. I'm gonna do a wax seal today, so I'm hoping my candle doesn't. My candle looks like it's kind of puny. No, it's okay. All right. Okay. So it should fit on here perfectly. Okay, so we're just going to do one side at a time. I'm going to flip this open, take the tape backing off of there. Okay. So we've got that. So we're gonna, this is what I was thinking I was going to use this for. And is this is just, I haven't even made it into anything yet. So I was going to put this behind this belly band there. So I think that's where, because we made this and I was going to put it in a different spot and then I was like, I don't know. So I just kind of floating around. So it might go there. But again, that may change. You never know. Okay. So I do need to, I'm going to use this here to hold this closed. So I do need to add a magnet or two. So I want to add a magnet to keep this closed and a magnet down here so it kind of will all go through. Does that make sense? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put tape on this. By the way, we get new people here all the time, constantly, all the time. People asking questions about things, and this here is the garbage bow from the Essentials. So garbage bow and ink station, it's in the Essentials, and you can make. There's several different sizes of garbage bowls. There are several different sizes of ink stations, and there's also the crocodile bonus insert for the garbage bowl that comes with it. So if you needed something to hold your crocodiles, then you could make the insert that goes in the large garbage bowl to hold those, which it'll hold 6 snugly. But these are the ones I've been using lately, so I've just kind of got them out here. Out here on my table. So see, there's the large garbage bowl, and then there is an insert here. So I will link that video playlist on how to make those. I'll put it up here in the cards and down below. But it's fun. I love having these things on my desk. I love, you know, using these things. They're useful. They're beautiful. You can make them whatever color you want. You can make them to match whatever it is that you want. What is this? Oh. It must have been a test on something I showed you a long time ago. So anyway, they're fun. So if you want to check them out, they're one of the essentials. Okay. What I mean by a different size, yeah, there's these that for the rectangle, then there's one for the squares, then there's a double, like a double square, a double rectangle. So there's all sorts of sizes. So whatever your ink pad is. Oh, and the little square mini ink pads will fit in these little parts here where the blender tool goes. All right. So check it out if you're interested. Okay, this one's just a little bit overlapping. So I'm gonna cut just a smidge more. Like that. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and I think we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna have this side up so the inside's matted a little bit. Oh, you know what though? I'm gonna have to cut this down a little bit more if I'm gonna do that. Just so you don't see those parts. Although I feel like you still can. So let's just ink it up a little bit. Okay. So let's attach the bottom piece down. I guess I inked that edge up. And I'm going to take a second to put some tape here just so any inserts can still go all the way without getting hung up on that. Okay, so my idea is, did I have that on there crooked? I feel like I do. Maybe not. So I'm going to do a wax seal here. So what I'm going to do, I think is going to start with that. So that means I have to embellish here. So I need to, actually I'm going to put like a disc, like a magnet saver probably right here. So for that being said, let me show you what I've got picked out for embellishing this little spot right here. Clip it down so that it doesn't, so I don't have to hold it constantly. Okay, so this one here, this piece here, this is one of the embellishment pieces. Let me find it. There's two of everything, so I should be able to find, maybe not. I didn't use it already, did I? Oh, so this was the original piece right here. Looks like this. And I took the mat for this piece right here and I laid it on here exactly where I wanted it to go and I traced around it. So then I kind of fussy cut this little bit off just a little bit more. So these are all the leftover pieces. So if I was to try to put it back together again, oops, this way. Let's see. Is this over here? Yeah. So it looked like that. And then I just kind of fussy cut more of that white off right there. Right? So that's how I came up, and it looks funny, doesn't it? Because when you take that off, it looks like this. Right, so this is going to go here, right? But it doesn't go all the way across. There's this spot here. So I got some of the patterned paper that has like that pretty green color, and I'm going to make it a little pocket. So I'm going to stick that behind there like that, and we're going to make that a little pocket, and we're going to stick this teeny little envelope in it. This one I had already had put together. This was from the, let me ink it up just a little bit. This is from the Flip Flop ephemera printable. It is in my Etsy shop and it's linked in the collections list that I have linked down below. And I'll show you how I got the size because it doesn't actually come in this specific size. But, so there's the cute little envelope, right? It's just tiny. So I took, oh, I didn't print off the big pages. So these are two, let's see, yeah. These are 2 pages from the PDF, and they're normally, you know, full-size page, and I printed it 2 to a page, and you get this size. So there's the small envelope right there. So this is just on 28-pound paper, and it's fun to be able to print in different sizes so you can get different size envelopes, you know, so we can use these other 2 and some of this, you know, we could use it in other areas of the album. So I just wanted to show you that. I meant to print off. I know it doesn't really, oh, or my dog. It's like now she just wants to bark at us constantly. She hears us talking and she's like, hey ho, hello, mom. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, so this is gonna go here. I was talking to my husband on the phone earlier and she kept barking. And I was like, we just came in from outside. I think she just heard him talking, you know, because I have him on speaker. So I'm going to stick that in there as like a little cute little hidden journaling or cute little hidden message spot for here. I just think it's adorable. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not going to holler at her. I'm not going to tell her to stop. Just let her be. All right, now what? I think... And then my wax seal is going to go on here, so I'm going to go ahead and mat them. So I'm going to put this down first, even though I didn't need to. I think that was just already cut right there, and I just took a little snippet. I wish I had the piece that I cut it off of, but that's okay. So I'm going to glue these down first. And then, whoa. And then, go from there. All right, so this one I need to be a little bit more careful because I'm making it a tuck. So I'm just going to go, it's not going to go, the insert's not going to go super far, but you get the drift. I'll just go ahead and add a little bit of glue down there on that side. Oh, Sophie. Shh. Yeah, I'm not going to put that there yet. But anyway, that'll go in there. Super cute. Okay. Now let's get the wax melting. And I'm just going to grab one of the wax spoons. And the wax melts. My favorite color. I think it goes with everything. I didn't need a whole handful, but there you have it. I'm going to grab 3. I think I have this color. It took me a long time to find this color. As a matter of fact, I used to make this color as a custom wax seal color because I couldn't find this color. But I've got it now. So I've got that linked in my Amazon if you want to check it out. Okay, so we got that. Let's let that melt. Let me grab the, oops, there's another spoon. That's how often I use that color. I've got several spoons. Oh, I also need a disc, a magnet saver. And I think I'll use that size. Like that. These magnet savers I found in several places. I have all of my magnet resources linked down below. I had to take one away because I don't know if they sell them anymore. I can't find them. I don't know if the website closed. I don't know. I can't find it anymore. I'm going to scoot you in a little bit for this. Maybe I will. Oh, poor baby. I'm not even sure she knows what she's barking about, you know. Oh, and of course my battery. My battery is dying. Great. So I'm just going to get a glue dot and I'm going to stick it on one half because I feel like the other half, whoop. How in the world did I get that jammed in there? Oh, finally. Oh, I've got one more glue dot. Remember I broke this one. I'm tossing it. Finally. Okay, let's move this. All right, I'm gonna take this off, you guys. I need to change my battery anyway. I'm gonna change my battery and I'm gonna go let her out because I don't know what's going on. And I'll be right back. Also, you were crooked. Well, that took longer than I thought. I think about 20 minutes, 30 minutes has gone by and she's still barking occasionally. She took her outside, she had to tinkle, fine. All is real. All is right with the world. Okay, let me put this back on here to, look, it's already hardened right back up. There's nothing about that that's liquid. All right, so that's gonna take a few minutes to dry. Let me take the backing off of here really quick and position it where it needs to go. I'm guessing here. Does that look right? Oh, let's do a little measuring. Might be a little off. It'll be okay. All right, I think it's ready. So I'm gonna put it right on top there. If you've been here a while, you know that I don't care for perfectly perfect round wax seals. I like them weird. I like them shaped weird. I like them being a little bit more abstract because that's the way they were in olden times. You know, I get I get that some people do like them perfectly round. I get that. But I don't like that myself. So the more irregular, the better in my mind. Just FYI. So I try not to get hung up. I get hung up on a lot of things, but I try not to get hung up on those types of things because it looks more organic, more natural to me. Okay, so now let's look at the other side. So you can see just a teeny little bit of that, but I'm okay with that. And if I'm not, I will put something there. I'll paper chomp a circle or something, or put an embellishment there or something. But for now, I think it looks great. All right, let me scoot you guys back out. All right, I can't decide. First of all, let's see how cute this is. I can't decide if, oh, it gets a little snug right there. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. It'd be cute maybe to put a little mini postcards from my postcard printable. That might be cute too. I guess I could come in just a little closer. You don't have to be so far away. I can't decide if I want to put the magnet on the inside of this or on the back side. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to close it like this, and I'm going to stick it here, and we're going to try to mark it to see. I think that's about where I probably want to put it. There. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to kind of mark the corners just so I can get an idea of where it's going to land here. And then I don't know if this is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, I don't know if this is going to work. I was trying to see if I can figure out exactly where that is, but I doubt it. So let's see. Maybe. So this is right there.
So as long as it can go through the doors, I think it's fine. So here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do, I'm going to close this up and we're going to put 2 of them on the back side here because we are going to mat the back side eventually. I don't know what, but we are. Okay, I'm going to put that paper clip up. Let's just go ahead and close it up and then we will just add the magnets on the back because I think it'll be fine. I think it'll work out perfectly fine. Nope, now somebody is cutting their grass. Or cut, well, yeah, they're cutting their grass, but they're right next to us. Right, I'm gonna grab my magnets. And I'm gonna flip that over. And the first one I'm gonna do is the one that's going to connect to that. Huh, it didn't connect as well as I was hoping it would. Okay, so we're going to start with that one. I'm going to draw a circle around it. And I'm going to put the glue dot there. This one that the last one I have left here. Put the glue dot there. Now I need to get more glue dots. Uh-oh. Is this them? Is it just a different color? Yeah, this is just, I think, this is just a different color container. It doesn't say size or anything. I mean, it looks right. So, I wonder what's happened here. Okay. So then I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to place a glue dot down here. Like that. And we're going to put that back over. That way we don't get stuck on anything. And first I need to make sure my magnet goes the right direction. We want them to both go the same. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of paper, a sticky note, one there, and I'm going to put this one upside down, put 2 magnets there. I'm going to grab the glue dots again. All right. So I'm going to open this. Somebody named Veronica right now is favoriting the Flip Flop ephemera printable in my Etsy shop. Thank you, Veronica. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to actually look at my monitor to help me here. It's not perfect, but we're just going to go for it. Okay, and because I've got those sticky notes there, it easily was removable, because sometimes they'll get stuck together really bad. Okay, all right, that works. That worked. It worked. Well, it works right now. I still need to mat everything. So, let's get on to the matting. To the things that I have prepped anyway, I guess is what we should look for. All right.
I have them all here, and this is fun. This is going to be a fun one. Okay, first, I traced the mats out of my favorite paper. Well, one of the, I have several favorites, but my favorite for the outside is going to be these two. I traced them, I cut them out, inked them up, and those are going to mat the front of the doors there. So this will stand out from that really well. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to use my Fabri-Tac. Can you guys hear the lawnmower? I'm not sure if you guys can actually hear the lawnmower outside. Our neighbor, he has a riding lawnmower, and he likes to ride his lawnmower around and around and around to cut his grass, and he cuts his grass often, like several times a week. So I think, uh-oh, and once again, I'm making fun of myself on this just because I did not check to make sure I trimmed it properly. It's real easy to get off when you're trimming, so don't get upset with yourself, because I did, and I'm okay with it. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to make sure it looks the best that it can, and then we're going to move on. And if somebody has a problem with it and they want to point it out to you and they want to say something mean, well, you just tell them they are not worthy of even looking at your creation. How about that? Tell them that. Okay. So that looks so good. I think it looks super cute. So now it makes me wonder though, if I should try to make sure that these stay down. There's no way though, there's no way. And that's okay. We're just gonna go with it. So here's how it goes. It's gonna look like that. All right, I love it, it looks good. Okay, so the next thing I did was I cut down, now this one's gonna be a little bit more confusing, so bear with me. I got some pieces over here. I cut down a full sheet, a full 12 by 12 sheet, and I cut it down to 8.5 by 11, and I think I've got all the pieces here. I'm not sure. So let me flip it this way so that you can maybe see where everything came from. Nope. Where am I going here? Am I going here? I don't know if that's where that was. I think it was. Somewhere over there. Here we go. Here we go. All right. And let me scoot you over a little bit. Like that. And then where was this? Over here. This was up here. That piece is not right. Oh, this goes up a little bit probably. Then this looks like it goes down here. And that piece goes there. This piece goes here. I don't know where this piece is. It's probably somewhere in my crafty companion somewhere. Well, we're not going to look for it. But anyway, so I cut my piece down to 8.5 by 11. I think this is what it was. 8.5 by 11. And so these pieces, well, part of these pieces were gone. And so I ran it through my printer, and I'm going to flip it over. It'll look like that. I ran this through my printer, and I printed page 57D, which is the mats for these. And since these are we have to print the back sides of these. I couldn't just print the mats off for these because they're made for the front, right? So what I did was I cut this away. So I'm going to use this piece. Here. So then I had this piece left over, and I thought, I flipped it back over, and I thought, well, I could use this side, the shiny side, to mat that. So I traced that side, and then I had the piece that I cut off, like this is the large cut off piece, and then I traced this side. So this is all that's left of that 12 by 12 sheet, which is still can be used. Some of these pieces still can be used, so I don't feel like it's wasted, right? So I did this, and I thought that looked pretty good, but then I wanted to add a little something here. So this is from one of the papers. I try to keep all the stuff when I cut stuff down, just so you can see. It was over here. It was part of this paper. It was the door there. And I just kind of did like a little fussy cutting, like a little intricate fussy cutting. So I thought that would be really cute to have as a little tuck for one of these in there. So that's where, okay, well, since we got everything sitting there, let's close it up and see if the magnets will still hold through. Oh, they do. Well, do they? Let's see. Yeah. They still do. So we're good to go. So let's go ahead and get all of that attached down. I hope I explained that well enough for you guys. We'll start with, oh wait, first I want to put some tape over top of that just in case it decides it wants to move around. We don't want that. This is just 1/8 inch tape. So you can use whatever you want, whatever you have, whatever you want. I'll move that tape backing, and then we'll glue down the mats. Okay, I just kind of wanted to remind you guys that you can print on the plainer sides of things that doesn't have a lot of interest, and you can print your background designs on there, and it just takes it to the next level, you know. I haven't picked out anything for this, but I did want to go ahead and stick it in there just so that I don't forget that that's what I want to do. And let me erase my 59D. Those close. This goes here. So we're definitely going to have to spruce this up a little bit more. We're going to have to do more to this, and I don't know. You know, or I guess for right now, do you want to put it this way? Let's put it this way and see what that looks like. We might, poor Sophie, I swear. We might change it out entirely. So I guess we'll see, right? But I think that's all we're going to do for the, oh, no, before I forget, let me put this in here, because we'll want to mat that at some point as well. All right, so that is all we're going to do in today's video. And again, I just wanted to show you that we're probably going to put that, let me move this front cover. We're probably going to put that here. But I want to, I think I want to do something first before we attach this down. So this is what it's going to look like, the back side of this fin and the front side of this fin. So I think it looks pretty cool together. What do you guys think? All right, make sure that you give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. And if you could, you know, maybe share my channel with some of your friends to get them interested in paper crafting. I would love that. I would appreciate that so very much. And leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts. And check out the description box and the first pinned comment for timestamps, for links to the paper collections, links to the templates. All of that stuff is linked in the description box. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.